I guess it'll, let you, follow me along to Branson. You know how I do it. But, okay, I saw that one of my friends, their child has chicken pox, right? And they have a newborn baby. So they hope the newborn baby doesn't get it. And I'm like, how did this little kid get chicken pox? Because I really don't think they're around anybody. You know what I mean? Just family. And these adults shouldn't have chicken pox. I'm like, they live out the boondocks. I mean, I think his grandma takes him places. But he goes to church because her husband's a pastor, so maybe they take him to church. Are you around some of those kids? Because I'm like, how the hell do you get chicken pox? Most people don't have chicken pox anymore. And, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm sorry. I just feel it was really weird. Like, I'm wondering, is this virus just around the air somehow? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you don't have to be around people to get it. Maybe it's just floating. I don't understand viruses that well. We all assume that it's from contact with people that gets us these viruses. What if that's not really true? So I'm going to assume that this child was not vaccinated, which makes sense, which is no big deal. Like I said, I'm fine with people not vaccinated. I don't even care. It's just, I feel like I believe in freedom of choice, and 100%. And like I said, he got chickenpox, so maybe he won't get shingles. And the people like us who did get chickenpox are able to get shingles, right? So I don't know, but that might make the parents where they can get chickenpox because they're around someone with chickenpox. Because that's what I heard, and even Sarah said she heard the same thing. That because there's no chickenpox, that's why we adults get shingles that have had it. But when we're around children getting chickenpox, that's the reason adults weren't getting shingles. And it's like its own little vaccination thing, And yeah, which is kind of weird, I know. It may sound strange, but that's what I heard, and it kind of makes sense to me. That's why us adults are getting it. We're not around people with chickenpox, so this is good for her and her husband because they will be more immune to getting the shingles because of it, which is great. I guess we all should be around this little kid. Find some kids with chickenpox and immune ourselves a little more. But I don't even know if they vaccinate as adults. Like I can't remember honestly if I ever had those vaccinations later on. Like they're like, oh, because I grew up in the 90s, you know what I'm saying? And I just don't know. Like I said, we already had all that shit. The only thing I didn't have was the German measles, right? I had the mumps and I had chickenpox. My husband, I think he said he only got chickenpox. And I don't know about my sister. I couldn't tell you about her. Because I don't even remember anymore, I just remember what I didn't have or had, you know what I mean? And, yeah. So I had those two things. And I have no clue. It's crazy. And like they said, there's a lot of stuff coming back. A lot of the old stuff is coming back. So it's very confusing, Anyway, my husband went to the doctor's yesterday and he was healthy as a horse. That's what they said. His diabetes is good. Technically it's low for a person, but for him it's not. He said his has always been in the 70s, and so that for him it's great, But, otherwise they would have called it low blood sugar for other people, but not him. I don't know. If you ask me, it's because doctors don't really know much. They're always saying, isn't that what people are saying? And I just don't know, because like I said, everyone is different, and there's a lot of people with issues that that they don't know what to do with, that they health-wise can't help. So it's very, very confusing, I mean, there's a lot of parents who have to be their own doctors practically with their kids because, find out what works, it doesn't work, have to do their own research, like they're doctors themselves, which, yeah, we can totally do that. These doctors had to go to school. They had to learn, right? And, but I also know that probably because they're doctors, they get to see a lot of different things, right? That's how they can tell shit right off the bat. Like, when Raymond he got an infection from that cat scratch, and his glands swelled, I was scared because I was like, what the hell is this? What are they, like it happened to my kid? I don't even know. But then they just knew right away that that's what happened to him, because I was just like, I don't understand this, but luckily they did. And just like when he got pink eye, I didn't even realize it was pink eye. I knew something was wrong with his eye, with pink eye, so I'm just saying, they have way more experience at shit than we do because they see all this stuff, and there's a lot, so they can treat a lot of stuff, right? But there's stuff they can't treat because they don't know, or it's new, or it's unique, or maybe they never could figure it out, and the diabetes thing, because I've heard there's actually more than type 1 and type 2. Like, there's more diabetes than that, and so that's even different, right? And so I mean, it's just different, Oh, Lord. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. But like they said, I mean, eating healthy and, and exercising and doing what you're supposed to helps you build more, right? But it doesn't help completely because everybody's different and what they can eat is different. And let's face it, stuff's not the same. Obviously, the meat's not the same. The, vegetables aren't the same. The fruit's not the same. They said bananas didn't even look like bananas did they do now, What are they putting in our food? What are they altering? I heard something about, I forget what they're, yeah. But, you know how it is. You hear they're being scientists and altering a lot of different things, right? Bugs. Snakes, it's crazy. And it is very crazy. So things you might not even think about can be a problem in the future, right? But anyway, I don't know why am I even talking about this, but yeah, we'll see how today goes. It should be fun. I'm a little nervous because, like I said, I thought today probably would be mostly simple. But now I'm thinking, damn, it's probably not going to be simple. Not as simple as I thought it would be, because my husband's probably going to call, and then I'm going to try to say what the hell I'm doing and what's going on. I was going to turn my thing off, but I feel like if I turn it off, it's going to be even more of a red flag than if I don't turn it off. And then I try to explain, well, I'm sorry, we're on having this thing, and I decided to go. That's it. I'm like, do I have any friends? No. I didn't want to take Raymond. They didn't, because Raymond didn't want to go. So I didn't bother. I guess is what I'm saying. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm gonna start listening to my music. Driving along the way. Wish me luck.